I can't hear you, Miss Gilly. I can't hear you.
Now? Give me a smiley face emoji if you can hear me.
I can hear you now.
You can! Excellent! Awesome. Thank you, Justin Dye. So what I did is I went ahead and refreshed. Let's see who's here today on our last day. Landon's here, Mello's here, Joshua's here, Leilani's here, Justin Dye's here, and Evan's here. Awesome. All right, guys. So today we're going to talk about art critique, writing about works of art. All right, guys. All right. So, warm up. When you think of the word critique, what do you think of? The word critique. What do you think of? Give me a green check if you've heard of the word critique. Justin Dye. Yeah, go ahead and share out what you think critique reminds you of.
Something that you observe.
Oh, I love that. And remember how we did the Frozen Flowers project? And you observed? Yeah. That is a great point. So I think when you critique something, you're carefully observing it, kind of like when we're reading, we do that close reading, and we're writing, we're very attentive to make sure we edit and revise. All right, so I put a picture here of scales, and I put pictures of apples and oranges. How do you think that relates to the word critique? Apples and oranges. Yes, yes, and I.
You will compare the taste of the orange and the apple.
Yeah. Give me a green check if you've heard of the term comparing apples to oranges. Okay, comparing apples to oranges. If you were going to take a guess at which would weigh more, what would you guess? Go ahead and put it in the chat. If you can find the emoji, go ahead and put it in the chat. Do you think the oranges would weigh more or the apples? What do you think? Go ahead and put the emoji in the chat. Apples or oranges? What do you think? So I'll give you a few minutes to do that. Apples or oranges? Okay, so Justin Dye said the apple will win because it keeps doctors away when you eat it. I love it. So yeah, you're making that connection or symbolism of the apple uh, to keep the doctors away. It's healthy, as well. Oranges are healthy too, but yeah, there is that saying: an apple a day will keep the doctors away. Excellent. Joshua T has the apples there. Thank you for finding that emoji. Awesome. Excellent. Yeah, critique is somewhat of a formal word. It typically refers to careful judgment in which somebody gives an opinion about something. Which someone gives an opinion about something. So, careful judgment. All right, so what we're going to do is a quick write. What I'm going to have you guys do in a minute, I know that's a big apple, huh? What I'm going to have us do is first describe this apple together, and then you're going to go into your breakout or your whiteboard chat. But before we get started on that, actually, yeah, before we get started on that, let's go ahead and share a little bit more about art critique, because today we're going to be putting on our art critic hats, but in a good way. It's in a way where we interact, respond, and connect with art. All right, so we did our warm up. Woo woo, good job. We're gonna do our expectations, state standards, the we can statement, and writing about works of art, as well as a ticket out the door. All right, standard Common Core standard today is compare and contrast one author's presentation of events with that of another. Who would like to do the we can statement? Justin Dye, go ahead.
We can. We can write about works of art.
Excellent reading expression. Thank you so much for being an awesome leader. All right. As we've gone through the course of the year, we've learned that there's 4 types of writing. They are expository, descriptive, narrative, and persuasive. Oopsies. All right. So the 4 steps about writing about works of art are description. What do I see? Analysis. How was the work organized? Interpretation. What message does the artwork communicate to you? And judgment. Is this a successful piece of art? All right. Connecting with the national art standards, there's creating, presenting, responding, and connecting. Today we're focused on responding and connecting. And you're going to be able to develop and apply relevant criteria to evaluate works of art. Now, we've talked a little bit about Rene Magritte. He's one of my favorite artists. I love how witty he is. He's got his hat upside down. So Magritte was a Belgian surrealist artist known for his witty art. He usually painted ordinary objects and made you think about them in new ways. He worked as at an advertising agency, and he liked to paint hats, pipes, apples, clouds, and eyes. All right, so we're going to look at Magritte's work. Magritte is best known for his work called The Son of Man. Give me a green check if you've seen this picture before. It's pretty famous. It's called The Son of Man. Give me an emoji response to The Son of Man. An emoji response. All right.
I don't have any emojis.
You don't have any emojis? Who said that?
Me, Michael, I don't have any.
Hi, Michael Lee. Hi, Justin Lee. Oh, that's awesome. You found lots of apples there. AJ's here too. Welcome. I'm so glad you guys are here. I'm really going to miss you guys. But I'm
just copying
thankful.
and pasting.
That is awesome.
You
I'm
just
so
highlight,
thankful. Huh?
Control C. You just have to highlight the emoji or whatever you want to copy. Go to type your message,
Uh-huh.
Control V, and then you just hold Control V, and it does it for you.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing. All right, guys. So let's go back to this. What I want you to do is to write a story inspired by art. All right, so we're going to write a story inspired by this piece of art. Story elements include, as we know, characters, setting, plot, conflict, and resolution. And be prepared to share out. So we're going to take 5 minutes to write a story, and we're going to share out our story, and then we're going to talk more about this painting through the framework of art critique, through Feldman's framework. Right, so let me give you the invite. All right, paste. All right, if you can please go to whiteboard chat. I'm going to set the timer for 5 minutes. Thank you guys for whoever's already started in there. Oh my goodness. So try to think of really, really creative stories. I know you guys are super duper creative. One of the things about surrealism that I love is its dreamlike qualities. Its dreamlike qualities. And the name of this painting is called The Listening Room. Why do you think it's called The Listening Room? I don't see any ears on this apple. Why would they call it the listen? Why would Renee Magritte call it the listening room? What do you think? All right, let's set that timer. I'll give you some quiet time to write. Okay, so we have a little over a minute left. Landon, I love how you added to the apple and you put the face on the apple. That is hilarious. Thank you for being awesome. That's so funny. Alrighty. Awesome job. Justin Dye, yes.
I want to read.
Okay, let me just go to that screen. Let's see.
My story is all about a big apple in the house. I made an experiment in science. It's about growing plants and fruits. Then I poured the chemical into the apple and it grew so big it can fit the space of the bedroom.
Oh my gosh, that's so awesome. I love it. Wow. So, what would you do with the apple once it gets too big to be in the bedroom? What would you do with that apple?
I am going to make apple pie.
Oh, apple pie. I love apple pie. My grandmother used to make the best apple pie and she let me help her. And she would do like a lattice on top of the apple pie, which is when you weave the dough together and it looks really fancy and beautiful. Let me ask you this. What if there were a worm in the apple?
It will be big baby.
It would be a big worm, right?
Yes.
What would you do if you saw that worm?
I have to throw it away.
You'd have to throw the apple away.
Yes.
And then how would you catch the worm?
By slapping it.
Okay. Leilani says she'd put it outside. How would you put it outside? Look at the picture. What could you do? Michael Lee, yes.
You would throw it out the window.
I don't want.
Yeah, there's a window. See, like if there was a big worm that came out of that apple, you could totally throw it out the window. Just open up the window and shove it out the window.
I mean, you do have
Awesome.
every right to throw it out the window. It's in your house.
Yeah. Good point. AJ says he'd cut the apple open and grab it. All right. Creative thinking. Justin Dye, I love your story. It like inspired me to think of other scenarios and I love it. Awesome. All right, who'd like to share next? Who else would like to share? All right, Landon, let's take a look at yours because I think this is so funny. I wanted to share it. Landon, would you like to read or do you want me to read your? Justin Dye, did you have another question?
No.
No? Okay. All right. So, Landon. Oh, you want me to read? Okay. So Landon said the apple is in a room with a doctor because the big apple has a worm in him. So the doctor has to get the worm out. Awesome. And I love the expression there of the apple. He's not too happy about getting that worm out, right? Oh, that's too much information, Leilani. Leilani said he could poop it out. All right. You guys cracked me up. All right. Anybody else want to share? All right, so we're gonna move on to art critique. Boop, 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 boop. I love how you connected with the art and you wrote your narrative stories. That is just super duper inspiring. Let me go back to the slides. I'm gonna have some extra time at the end for us to I'd like you to draw with this picture, The Listening Room by artist Renee Magritte. So we're going to do some drawing today as well. Bop, 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 bop. There's that big apple. All right. So again, a reminder about art, elements and principles of art. Elements of art are line, shape, form, color, value, texture, and space. Principles of design are unity, variety, emphasis, balance, pattern, proportion, and rhythm. So if we looked at, let's go ahead and see if we can use a highlighter. If we looked at the element of space and the principle of proportion, and we go back to our picture here, and we're looking at the framework. We're analyzing how is this work organized? How is this work organized? If we think of it in terms of space and proportion. Go ahead and take the mic if you'd like to share out. Yes, Justin Dye.
The apple can fit in the room.
Yeah, does it take up all the space?
Yes, it took a lot of space.
Yeah, and so there's not a lot of wiggle room there, right?
Yes.
And what about proportion or the size of the apple?
It's not proportioned to the room.
Is it in proportion to the room? I couldn't hear you.
It is not because the apple should be small only.
Okay, what if I told you a story that perhaps it's a normal size apple and this is a dollhouse? What would you think about proportion then?
The apple wouldn't
May-
even fit in the dollhouse.
Maybe I think it's the dollhouse.
Maybe. Michael, yes, go ahead. What'd you say?
I say that whatever the house is, the house ate the apple because it's inside the house.
Oh, I like
is a fair
that. The
point.
house ate the apple. And
Because
then
the
it
apple
keeps
has to
it.
be inside for it to be eaten.
That's interesting.
But if it was eaten, how do you get in? The door is too small, remember?
Yeah.
The dollhouse
How would somebody
is
carry that
open.
apple up there?
Unless it's able to open, like...
Unless it's a cave. Unless the whole wall opens up upwards, then that would...
Yeah.
That's
right.
one way of putting it.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. All right, guys. So, you're. Let me just make sure that we've got this all taken care of. So, um, again, so we've described this apple. We know it's a large green apple. And go ahead and put in a couple words in the chat. How would you describe this apple? We've analyzed this apple. We know that it takes up a lot of space and the proportion is not appropriate or not appropriate. How would I say that? It's not proportioned. And that's what gets you to think about it in a new way, right? Because it's not in proportion to the house. So you're like, what's going on there? And then it makes you think of a new story. Interpret the piece of art. What message do you think this artist wants to send us? What message? Yes, just Michael Lee. Justin Lee. What message would this artist want to send us?
Well, here's another way of thinking about it. It could have just been zoomed in on the apple in a room
It
with a
could have
background.
been.
It could have just been in a normal sized house, just with a different background.
Yeah, or like Justin Dye said, I love his story too, where like he was growing the apple and it grew really big. All right,
How
so
do you
if you
grow
were
an
going
apple
to
in a
judge
house?
this piece of art, let's go ahead and take a poll. Would you say that this is a successful piece of art or not a successful piece of art? Justin Dye.
It is successful because I think it is unique.
Oh yeah, I agree. I think it's successful. It was first created in 1952, which is nearly 70 years ago, and we're still talking about it today. Yes, I think it's very unique, and it is successful for that. Yes, Michael Lee.
I have my own theories about this apple. I say they grew it. I say it's in a giant's dollhouse, because it's a giant's apple size apple.
Oh, it could be a giant dollhouse too.
The,
Awesome. I
the
love
house
the way
is
you're
a giant's dollhouse.
great. Can you guys do me a favor as your ticket out the door? What I would like you to do, and this is inspired by Landon's artwork on the apple, what I would like you to do is go back to whiteboard chat and I would like you to draw on the picture. So let me go ahead and put that invite in. I would like you to draw on the picture. You can use different colors. You're going to interact with that picture. And then also, if you can write one of your favorite lessons that we did this school year in writing and what you like best about writing. And I hope you guys have such a wonderful summer. It's been a joy to teach you. You guys are awesome. We've had some fun this year with our puppets and our good writing. Thank you so much for being awesome writers. I hope you'll keep up with your writing. Yes, Michael Lee.
Can you please check out mine? It looks very
You want me to share yours?
yes.
Okay, awesome. Let me go to share screen. Dee, 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 dee. Let's see, whiteboard chat. And let me go to grid view. All right. So, you want me to share? Can you tell us about that's so cute. Can you tell us about your picture? Are you there?
He's been murdered. And the murderer left the scene of the crime and never came back. We
Oh,
didn't know who the culprit is.
okay.
He has
Thank you
been
for sharing.
eradicated, or even worse, murdered, as some evil doctor in Star Wars calls it. So I'm just gonna say what this person Padme said. She says it's been eradicated. This is the shadow blue virus thing. She says it's been eradicated, and the doctor says it's been murdered. That's my favorite part of that episode. It's been
Oh,
murdered.
thank you. Yes, Justin Ty, thank you so much for being an awesome leader. I hope you have a wonderful summer too. Landon, yes. Did you want to share out? Thank you for sharing, Michael. That's very creative. Let's go over to here. Justin, wait, oh, Landon, did you add more to yours? Let's go, and then we'll go to Justin Lee's. All right. Landon, do you have your hand up? Did you have a question you want to share out?
Have you ever heard of Unity's particle system? It's a great way of using particles in making games.
No, I haven't. How could we relate Unity particle system with the apple? Would that relate? Do you think this picture has unity? What do you think? No.
He has been
Okay.
arrested.
Landon, I hope you have a wonderful summer. Thank you so much. Thanks for being a good leader too and doing that awesome artwork as well. All right. Justin Lee, yes, would you like to share out your picture and share out your
He has
story?
been arrested.
He's been arrested. What did the apple do?
He broke and entered somebody else's house.
Oh, so he was breaking in the house there and then he got arrested?
Yep.
If he was breaking in, what would he try to steal in somebody's house?
Didn't get eaten.
What?
He would be trying to save his apple friends. The other
He
apple
tried to save his apple friends? What would he try to save them from?
being eaten. What else?
Awesome. Excellent job. Wonderful. Thank you, Justin Lee. Michael Lee and Mello, Leilani, I want to hear from you guys.
Quick question, Justin. What does the apple say?
He's saying no.
Sounds like he's saying yo. It looks like yo, not
Maybe he's saying, no, yo.
oh no. Now I see it. Now I see it. That little line there is that. I did not see that. That is very weird.
That's awesome. Mello, Leilani, AJ, do you want to share out before we go? Thank you, Justin Lee, for sharing out. That's awesome. All right, Leilani, let's go to yours. Did you do one? Leilani, did you do your picture? All right. So, if you could do your picture, that would be awesome. So go ahead to whiteboard chat, do that picture for me, okay? That's your ticket out the door. And then I'm going to take a picture of your picture. Just share. Oh my gosh, we've done so much this year, lots of fun activities. It's been super duper fun having you in writing. So, AJ, I know you're super creative. I hope you'll draw on the apple as well. Leilani, super creative. Do some drawing on your apple as well. Mellow, I don't see you in whiteboard chat. Can you log in and draw your on your apple? And that's your ticket out the door. Let's see. The mouse is acting wonky today. I see a question. You didn't get the link. Okay, yeah, I put the link in the chat. Let's see. Leilani, she's drawing some eyeballs. I see some eyeballs. What if you did hair on the apple or a bow or something funny? Or maybe glasses. Oh, AJ, I'd like you to draw on the apple. Draw on your apple. The listening room. Maybe somebody could draw some big ears on that apple. Since it's called the listening room.
I think I know why it's called the listening room.
Why?
The apple's isn't listening, so it's been put in the listening room so that it knows so that it can learn its lesson. But when
Oh, so you think it's kind of like since he didn't
attention,
listen, he got
kind of
put
like
in a
attention.
room?
He's being punished.
Oh, he's being punished. Kind of like a timeout for not listening?
Yep.
I finally added the murderer.
Oh, okay.
I want to see the murderer. Who's the
AJ,
murderer?
thank you for drawing on your apple. That's cute. You got your ears there. Awesome. Kind of like bat ears.
So he's Batman?
Bats are good listeners. They use echolocation. Do you think that if this apple could listen, he would use apple location? I mean, apple location. Echolocation. I can't talk this morning. Wiggy, wiggy, eggs and bakey. All right, so
Question: who's this little orange person? Who's this little orange guy? And who's this little pink guy?
Can I explain? The orange dude is the doctor who says
yes,
it's
you
been
may.
murdered,
Awesome.
and
Thank
this
you,
other
Mellow.
person is the person who says it's been eradicated. It's been eradicated. You mean it's been murdered?
Hey, Lonnie, I hope you have a happy summer. All right, let's go back. I want Mellow to be able to share out too. Mellow, let's go ahead and share out. All righty. There we go. All right, and then does anybody else want to share out before we go? Leilani? All right, wonderful. Oh, you named your apple. Awesome. Wonderful. You want to take the mic, Leilani? All right. So his name is Jeff.
His name is Jeff.
Wonderful. What expression does he have on his face?
He's an angry boy.
Why is he angry?
Because the worm inside him.
Oh, yeah. That that could be problematic. Excellent. You guys did a fantastic job. I hope you have a wonderful summer. Thank you so much, Lonnie, Michael, and Justin. Did you want to share anything else before we close up the class? Yes, Michael Lee.
I'm going to add this weird dude. His name is Jar Jar. He's so clumsy.
Okay, you
You
want me to
gotta
share
see how
yours?
I draw him. He's
Okay, I'll
going to
share the
be the
screen.
weirdest person in the history of weirdness. He is going to be black because I do not like him. Look at his face.
I
Dude,
see him.
his body is so weird.
I love how you're using the different colors as well. And then you made use of the space in the corners of that picture.
They are tied up.
Okie dokie. Well, I'm gonna bid you adieu and wish you a happy, happy summer. Have a wonderful day, guys. Thank you for sharing your creative art. Bye, guys. Take care.